Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the DTL Crew. Thank you for joining us. Before we begin, I just wanted to acknowledge today, September 11th, sending heartfelt wishes to all who continue to be affected by what happened back in 2001. Our thoughts go out to all of you. Never a day goes by, and we will never forget. Thank you for joining us. I'm Frank Scatone.
And I'm Kieran Thornton. I've been trying to find a charger here in Lexington. I can't find one. I'm like, what's going on here?
Yeah, well, try ordering a fish taco at the Waffle House. My goodness.
I'm still laughing about your tweet. Like, oh my God, what a great tweet.
Yeah, I just thought it was funny. It was a little play on a certain racetrack executive who was being interviewed about his track, and he decided to spend 2 minutes bashing California racing and our lifestyles out here in California. So I was just playing off that a little bit. I don't know. I mean, do they have fish tacos at the Waffle House? I've never been.
I will say, and someone from San Diego saying this, I think some of the best fish tacos I had was downtown, Kentucky Derby, Louisville.
Really?
Yeah, not too. I'm trying to think of where it is, but right in the smack of downtown, next to the place where they do the jockey. It's going to come to me sometime during this feed, but it was fantastic.
Was it a pop up or a food cart, or was it
no?
An
It's
actual
literally
restaurant?
right there. They do the the jockey karaoke there.
ABJF, Kieran.
Yes, I know. I'm going to get it right one of these times. It's a small little place, like a block away, dead center. Someone's going to tweet about it. But we went in there and we're like, I don't know about fish tacos. And then we had it and we're like, oh, wow. Like, really, really good.
I try to avoid fish and any kind of sushi in landlocked areas. I try to stick to the coastal regions when it comes to that stuff. But you know what? You took a shot and it worked out. And here we are today, taking a shot. Triple, double, trouble, live. 2 fish out of water. I feel like it's one of those detective comedies like 48 Hours or Beverly Hills Cop.
Hey, we got to support these guys. I mean, when a track does a low takeout, we're going to be there. We went power to the gamblers. I mean, we need more of these bets.
That's exactly why we're here. I only play Churchill Downs on Derby Day or if they have Breeders' Cup. And it's not because I don't like it or I don't like the racing or whatever. It's just because I'm so busy, following the California circuit. And usually this time of year, once Del Mar ends, kind of like to have a little bit of a freshening. But I slept 4 straight days, so I'm ready to go. I'm fired up. What a sequence! Really, really good, tough races.
I mean, I was like you. I used to play this track only on Derby weekend because we had to handicap it. But I mean, I won my NHC. Twin Spires is starting to own the contest world. I mean, if you play the contests, I won my NHC seat last year playing one of their entries, and there was like 10 people played it. I came in 4th, didn't even bother gambling. The top 4 people were already double qualified and got in.
Can you tell us a little bit about those contests? Because you've mentioned them to me, and unfortunately, I have not dipped my toe in yet, so I have no idea what you're talking about, but it sounds like something I should be playing in, and so should everybody else.
I mean, they do like a tournament. Matt Miller, as we know, who just won the King of the Turf or whatever this weekend. He's been owning it. I played it as well, but they do like tournaments essentially every day, and they're low entry, like $50 pool, $35. Like today I've got one. I think I'm doing okay. I got my bankroll back, and I'm going to probably spend it here on our late triple and do a double, whatnot. But you can win entries into a lot of other tournaments, and more people are starting to play it. I mean, they're pushing.
So you're playing one right now as we speak?
I am. I mean, they've got like, it was a $50 tournament today. $35 you got to spend, $15 to the pool, and let's see what you can do.
So that little bit of money gets you some action.
Gets you action, and then if you're really lucky and everyone blows out their account on this tournament, you might actually win an entry to another thing. Like when I won my NHC seat, I kid you not, Frank, they guaranteed 2 seats. There was 15 people in the tournament last year.
Right.
My numbers are not exact. A couple of guys in the top were at like $1,000, and I bought in for, it was like $200 tournament. I bought in. I was at like 150. The top guys were at like 1,500. There was no way I was catching them. I took my marbles and went home. And a week later, Twin Spires calls me up. I'm like, oh, why are these guys calling me? Hey, just so you know, the top 3 guys were double qualified. You won an NAC seat.
You got to ride your horse through the wire, Kieran. You never know what's going to happen.
Yes.
All right. Well, let's get started here. Thanks for joining us, Paul. Dan H. Perfect attendance record continues, my man. We're going to talk about this $3 late pick 3 low takeout that Churchill has implemented. Shout out to Santa Anita for starting this trend. Kudos to Del Mar for continuing it. And hey, Churchill, thanks for jumping on board. Kieran, I want to see how you see the race, but before we do, real quick, Dan H., elevate the 6 in race 6 after the 7 impressed in race 4. Little comparative handicapping. I believe the 7 beat the 6 last time. They were both first-time starters, and the 7 in race 4 came back to win. So elevate that. No surprise, though. That's the horse who is going to be the one to beat here. Only 5-2, though. Was taking a lot more money in the double heading into this race. And real quick, Kieran, before I let you take over and talk about it, the double will pays $48 to the 6, and that's the favorite. And then you have the 4 and the 8 also taking action. I did not have the 8 on my ticket, but I'm going to put your ticket up. And why don't you walk us through this race? It was pretty tough. We got a bunch of first-time starters.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was a great sequence. Like, I think the racing secretary here knew they were going to do this late pick 3. I even looked and handicapped tomorrow's, and I was like, oh, yeah, they're setting this up for some big pays. These guys are doing it right, if you know what I mean, like competitive races. This race here, 36 times, 47% of the time, long shots win it, 5% or more.
Really?
And 8 of them were over 10-1. So this is a race where long shots do very, very well, which is
2-year-old fillies, right? I mean, who knows? Okay.
Are you going to get a monster or a nutcase?
Well, is there a monster in here? It doesn't look like it because you're spreading, and so am I.
I was spreading, and the reason I spread a lot on both of these races was I'm locked in on the last race. And I think you said number 6 was the favorite in here? Grand Slam?
Correct.
Yeah, Irad's riding. No wonder, you know?
Yeah,
wide open race.
That was a good last race, I thought. Moved too early into a fast pace, tired. And like Dan said, the horse who beat him, I'm sorry, set the pace and got tired, and the horse who beat him came back and won today. So that franks that form.
When I went and handicapped this race and then looked at the stats, I was like, my other note I put in after I initially went through and said, oh, Irad, okay, done, was need a price debut horse for the race stats. So I went through and number 1, little tipsy, which usually I am when we do this show. That's how we handicap. Sharp work last out for a hot trainer. I thought the added distance looked good, and the horse closed going shorter last out, so I thought this was pretty good. My debut horse that I ended up landing on was the number 7, Dance Where You Can. Meets the race criteria, lots of bullet workouts, and the dam has 7 winners from 8 starters. So the stats were there for that. I mean, Irad, if you were looking for a single to get out of this race, how do you not single Irad? And I'm singling him in the last. The way I was able to do my bet this time, I was like, I can spread a lot in the first 2 legs, and I'm all in on Irad in the last leg is how I'm That's what I'm doing.
I had a similar thought to you in this race. I actually constructed 2 tickets. I am not going to play my caveman ticket, but I want to just put it up on the screen to just show you how competitive I thought these races were. 1, 4, 6, 11 were my top picks in this race, but the bet I'm actually going to play is I'm narrowing it down to just the 4 and the 6, and I'm going to play it 2 times. I think the 4 and the 6 are the horses to beat in here. You mentioned the 4, agreed. Irad, franked form with the winner of the last race, has speed, gets off the rail, going to get a perfect trip. And then I thought the 4 was a little interesting. At Saratoga, was part of an entry, went off at 5-1. I love this move. I use racing flow numbers, and this was a closer-friendly track and a closer-friendly flow. And this horse moved too early into a fast pace. If you see, the horse was off the pace and then made that little move to get within a length and then got tired. Those horses always come back improving, and I really like second-time starters. So that's who I am going to use. But, for theoretical purposes, since Churchill's a little new to both of us, I wanted to play a caveman ticket just to see how I would have done if I wanted to invest $192, which I'm not going to do today.
Oh, no.
It might bite me in the butt, but
I went cheap on mine.
Yeah, this is just an exercise. So, Karen, here's the thing. The horse that we don't have, neither one of us, the 8 horse, is taking significant money. 9-2 off an 8-1 morning line, and second choice in the will pay doubles. That is a Phil D'Amato horse. Any info, any idea? What do you think?
I'm actually trying to pull my stuff up now so I can see. Usually I would bet Phil, and you know why Phil's out there. You know why Phil's out there, and I think you're going to start seeing. I know we sent some horses out that we owned last year. Look at these purses. Oh my God, is all I got to say. 75% more than California. How do you? And some of these trainers are now starting to tell their guys, "Hey guys, yeah, we could race in California, but like most horses, they're bred in Kentucky. Let's go out there. The purses are almost double."
Well,
and you get a bonus.
This horse has been based in Kentucky. One of the owners is CJ Thoroughbreds. He's a really cool guy. He owns a lot of horses. He wants his horses to race in Kentucky. So this horse has always been based there. So I'm not surprised that the horse is starting here instead of going for the ship and win. Getting one start here and then going for the ship and win. But is this horse in it to win it? You get Luis Saez. The problem is Phil D'Amato does not often win with first-time starters. That concerns me. But the money this horse is taking is interesting.
Yeah, he usually is probing it, and I know at ours, and we get frustrated. We're like, we want to win. It's an expensive game, but sometimes he's like, yeah, we're 4 races down the road is where we're going to make our money, and some owners are cool with it, some aren't. I'm looking right now. I'm like,
I actually think the action on that horse makes me want to include him. So help me out with the math here. 3 by 3 is 9, by 2 is 18. What is 18 times 6? 108?
Yep.
I am changing my ticket.
Now, today I kind of did a caveman, and this is the first time. And I started doing we were focused on the double at Del Mar. So I was doing 4 or 5 tickets and just 1 ticket on the pick 3. And I debated splitting my tickets, and the next show we do, I think I'm going to start doing that. You know what I mean? Where if I've got a horse I really like in the first leg, I'm going to do that with a spread. So I'm going to kind of split my tickets up going forward after this show is what I'm thinking.
Well, that's what I was doing here. I was hoping my caveman ticket wouldn't have been so expensive, because I wanted to come back and actually do here. Let me see. I wanted to do a caveman and then come back and then do tight with my top opinions and come
back.
Should
probably tell the guys what we like in the next 2 legs. I will go to the last leg. I'm singling Irad in the last race, number 8, which is why I'm able to spread. Showtime. He's 3 or 4 here, ran second at Saratoga. They raised it. They're up in class, but in for the claim, and they put Irad on. So I was like, money run. These ownership trainer, we're going to win. I think he's 3-1 morning line last leg. I thought that horse is going to be 9-5 is what I thought. And I thought, if I can get a price in the first 2 legs, the pick 3 is going to pay, which was what my thinking was going into today.
I'm with you. I think the 7 is a major contender in there. So as you can see, I did use the 7, but I'm not as tight as you, Kieran. I actually use the 2 as well. But if you're putting your ticket together, 2, 7, 8, 9 I had on my spread ticket. So I give the 8 and the 9 a big chance as well in that race. But I wanted to go tight, and I wanted to hit it twice. So I'm just going 2, 7 in that last race.
We have some different horses in the second leg. Like the second leg, I'll run through. Jersey Pal number 1. The last 2 times the horse was on Lasix, like today, 1. Bullet Works, top last race speed. So I was like, oh my God, number 1 is going to be my smart one. And then I went, oh, number 2 on Lasix, like the Insider, and 1 on Lasix. So I was like, all right. And then my notes went, number 1 and number 2 are probably going to cook each other.
Yeah, they got to go from in there. And the one post in sprint races at Churchill really concerns me.
And then I went number 6 Pistol, 1 last out, top everything, but no works. And I've talked about it. When I don't see a work from the last race on a horse, I'm like, all right, well, we always talk about people going, yeah, well, I'd rather race the horse than work it. But sometimes there was enough time where it would have worked. Number 8, Legadama, Irad. He wins for the trainer, second off the layoff. I think it's the first start since last year in a grade 3, though. So
yeah, you're not getting 5 to 1 on that horse. No way.
But then my closer in here, thinking that the number 1 and number 2 are going to cook each other on the front, was number 9, Cooperham. Up in class, jockey and trainer win almost half of the time. And I think the race set up for the number 9.
Very, very tough sequence. I agree with you to be spready in there. I'll show you my caveman ticket. I went 2, 3, 4, 8. But on my tight ticket, I'm just going 2, 4, 8. I really think the 8's the horse to beat in that race. Legadama.
Yes.
Second off the bench, prepped at Saratoga.
Like I thought the morning line was insane. Like even if it was a 3-legged donkey with Irad on it, it's not going off at 5 to 1.
Yeah, absolutely. So here, let's just roll through real quick since we said who we like. Super tough late sequence. Agree with you, Nick. Thanks for joining us, man. Really appreciate it. Number 3, Marmalade Sky will be ready in race 7. That's the tough race we were talking about. I had that horse, I think, on my spread ticket, but I'm not using on my tight ticket. Kieran, I don't think you had this horse at all. Did you, the 3 horse?
I mean, I did, but I'm just not a fan of the trainer.
Yeah.
I mean, I know the horse has won 2 in a row and Gaff is on. I don't know. It might be one that kills me, if you know what I mean. And I wouldn't be surprised because I jumped off and I'm okay with that. But I would not argue off betting that horse.
He's the 7, not the 8 in the last. Did we have that wrong?
We did.
We were talking about Showtime. Yeah. Showtime is the 7. Yeah, we're both on the 7. Thanks, Paul. It's tough to keep track of all these, DTL Churchill edition. Mr. Guitar, my biggest fan. Let's see who he's playing. 2, 3, 9. No, 6. He's singling the 6 here. Then he's got 2, 3, 9. That's that sneaky 9 that you were talking about, right? Cooper M.
Yep.
And then 3, 4, 7, 8. Wow. Very different on some of those tickets, but thank you for sharing. Our man, Dan H., he is singling the 6 as well. See, that's funny. Based on the money, a lot of people are singling the 6. Based on the money, I'm actually throwing in the 8. So that's a situation where you could spread or go skinny.
And
I originally wanted to single the 4 in the first leg.
If we can beat them, we're going to be looking at some good pays on the pick 3, I think.
Yep, and then singling the 7 in the last, and then coming back with another ticket with the 1 and the 2 as a backup. I like that. There's my man. Let's go, Frank. Let's go, Frank. That's right. No mention of Kieran here, which is very nice. If you remember correctly, I forget. Maybe you can help me. On the last show we did, it's all a blur.
Frank actually hit
who hit the late double twice last? I don't know.
He broke the clock.
So now it starts over. I got to be twice.
Yep.
Twice here. Love it, Terry. Let's keep the momentum going with triple DTL. Thank you so much. kind of like that name. I mean, what do you think? If anyone has a better idea for the pick 3 name, happy to consider it. But I kind of like Triple Double Trouble.
Yep, Triple Double.
We might even have to get a guest to come on. So there's 3 of us. Nick Sabers playing the Twin Spires tournament. Here's your competition, Kieran.
Oh, where is he? Because I'm 5th and 6th. I wasn't first, but I threw it away on a horse. But I saved some money for here.
Anything on the 11? This is Nick's horse.
Measure.
Oh, Measure. Yeah. Oh, that's on my caveman ticket. I have the 11 on my caveman ticket, and that horse isn't taking any money, which is shocking for a Mark Cassie firster. When I narrowed, though, I decided not to use that horse. But if you're playing Frank's caveman ticket, or if you're putting a caveman ticket of your own, I was 1, 4, 6, 11, and now I threw in the 8 based on the wagering action. Let's look at the board again real quick, Kieran.
Nope. We're kind of at a disadvantage. We don't have a pick 3 will pay to look at. We can just look at
but we have a double. We can see who's being bet in the next leg. Right now, the double combo, the 4, the 6, 4. So the 4 is the favorite in race 7, and that's Fibber, Chris Hartman.
Wow, I did not see that at all.
We both have the horse, Kieran, so that's good. The other ones taking money are the 2, 3, and 8. You have the 3 and I have the 8. That's funny. We're different there, but they're both taking money, both contenders. Oh, here, luckily different tournament, so you don't have to jump Kieran. Okay, well, good luck to you, Nick. He's got a $10 win bet on the 11 at 15-1. Well, if the stats hold up, Kieran, right? You said bombs are real.
This is a long shot race. I mean, we're looking at, and it's not like from a small sample, 36 times.
Yeah, well, this is the time of year.
19 winners have been 5-1 or more.
Including the 2. If you're Dan H, if you're talking about the first leg, I believe the 2 is scratched. So the 2 is out of this race. Unless you're talking about, sorry, that horse scratched. Yeah. All right, let's go back one more time, Kieran. Any reason why you didn't want to spend a little more in this leg? You're only doing it for $60. Is this a dip in the water kind of thing? Or are you just happy with the 7 in the last as your single?
I'm probing. I'm trying to see. Like, I'm going to adjust my bets, and I think I'm going to start approaching them probably going forward with 4 or 5 pick 3 tickets that might add up to 100. But today I thought I liked the 7 a lot in the last leg, so I was like, why do a bunch of different tickets? But I'm trying to see what the pays are. Is it worth my while spending some more money?
I agree with you. I dip my toe in the water, but as an exercise, said if I was playing this seriously, if I was a Churchill guy, this would be my pick 3 ticket because we would know already if there's super value here. So you could spend 192 and possibly win, 1,500. But we don't know that yet. This is uncharted territory for everyone. This is the first time they're offering this bet. Kieran and I don't usually play Churchill Downs. I'm glad we're doing it, though, because I always love, like when I play NHC qualifiers or if I'm playing the NHC or if I'm playing a tournament that has a bunch of different tracks, kind of forces me to go back to the fundamentals, right? You got to look.
We are totally unbiased. Although I will say this track today, because I watched it all, you want to close it right now.
Yeah,
good
inside's not so
closing
good
on this track.
I agree.
It's playing pretty nice, and we're unbiased. We don't have any biases to the. Although when we have the California trainers and jockeys, we're gonna go, oh yeah, of course, we're gonna upgrade them.
Well, no, that's you. You talk to everybody. I don't listen to anybody. You can tell me who you like all day long. I just zone it out, unless I really respect your opinion. So, all right, they're at the gate. We get to hear Travis Stone. I miss Travis Stone. I love Travis Stone. Terrific race caller. Used to write for Horse Player magazine when I was an editor. So, shout out to T Stone.
All right, we just need to get out of the first leg. I mean, between you and me, we have every horse, I think, in the race. Let's see if we can get out of the first race.
when you can. In between 6 low tipsy advancing inside 7 touch of angel.
Well, we just need this 4 to hold on.
That'd be nice. That was going to be my single until I started getting influenced by the board.
Oh, he's just sitting on that horse. So
who's in third though? Whoever's in third's moving.
6. Irad.
They're coming to get him now.
Yeah.
That's an ass though. Don't hit the rail, man. Oh, getting tired though.
No, I think he should have it. Oh, who's coming up the rail? Oh, like the rail's going to get him. Oh, my God, 3. None of us have 3. Do you have 3?
First time started by Ian Wilkes, 2%.
We're out. Oh, my God, really? Wow. Our first one, we're out in the first leg.
Kieran, we should have gone all based on your stats.
How do you go?
Second longest shot on the board.
How do you?
You go all by 3 by single.
The trainer's 4% first time.
Yeah.
140 starts. He's won 3 times.
No, I know. I love
debut main inspection weight. 124 times. He's won 4 times. Yeah.
I love Ian Wilkes, but this is not his game. I don't mind getting beat by this horse.
We came second and third.
All right, and that wraps up this week's edition of Trouble.
I'm going to be right back because I brought my special bottle of Blanton's in. You know, the one that has the.
Oh, what letter do you have?
How do you tell anyway? Where's
if you look, there's a little circle. You got to look at the bottom. It's either the front or the back of the horse. I got a bunch of them I can grab. There's a little circle with a letter in there.
Oh, this is N. Not winning is what this
N
one is.
Yeah, Bland. I don't know. I might need an N. I might have to trade you one. I'm trying to collect them all.
I mean, you can totally buy them, but we figure we got to buy the bottles.
Oh, yeah.
And drink it.
I know. You can't
we
buy
have a little thing where we can stack them up.
Dude, you got to earn it. You can't buy. They sell the collection with a little trophy display case. But what's the fun in that? I mean, I want to drink my way to victory.
Now, this would have been one of those if I was doing my usual doubles where I would have done all the horses over 10-1 with my single in the last race. But I think this is the third show in a row where I should have, could have, didn't. It's getting old.
You know, I looked at this horse.
Did anyone have this 3? Anyone watching?
I'm going to go through the stats, but to the chats. But real quick, Kieran, the only reason I really looked at this horse, I didn't use him, and I wouldn't have used him because Ian Wilkes does not win first out. But look at the stats with Brian Hernandez. 30% at Churchill and 20% overall. Brian Hernandez owns Churchill Downs.
But
so, I mean.
With this trainer, 0 for 6.
Yeah, but you got to go farther back. I have 23 from 24 to 25. 2024 to 2025. I have in the DRF, let me find it again, 23 starts, 30% for a positive ROI. So,
I mean, nothing on the works. The trainer stats are horrible, you know, with this kind of race, but it was a chaos race, and look what happened.
Here, Dan H., very good info. Let's make a note of this for those who make notes in Formulator or whatever program you use. Wrong lead in the stretch on the 6th.
And that's why he couldn't get by. Yeah.
I don't think it mattered. The 3 inhaled them all.
But it's another one of those things like what annoys me the most is when these jockeys give up the rail. Like, why give up the rail?
Well, there you go. Wilkes has terrible stats. Hernandez more of a route jock, in my opinion. You've seen this before up the rail at Churchill Downs for the win. Yeah.
But why do they open the rail? That's why I'm like, I hate when the jockeys just, hey, come on by. Dinner's on you tonight. Come beat me.
Anybody alive? I don't think so. You know, that was a tough one to come up with. You either have to have
swimming with the sharks in the double now. Well, at least I have a single in my last leg, so I can try and get out. And I didn't spend all my winnings from Sunday like someone. What was your ticket? Like $900, Frank?
When?
What was your pick 3 ticket
today?
Yeah.
I wanted to hit it twice. It was $54, but I was playing it twice.
Well, I still have like $48 now to spend.
This was the caveman. This was the theoretical caveman ticket.
That was your other one. Okay, so
yeah, I didn't play this, and I didn't advise people to play this. I was just mapping this out just to see, and that would have been dead in the first leg, and I would have been very, very annoyed about that result. So I'm glad I held my fire there.
So when Frank sells,
I don't feel bad about it.
When Frank sells his program at the side of the road at the track, he's going to go, I had 45 winners today. 8 of 9 were third.
There's only one person on here who sells their picks. I am not a tout.
Well, I give them away.
I am an information
They're worth what you give away.
I am not a tout by very definition.
Typically you get paid to write your opinion.
I get paid by I do. I get paid but the client, the customer does not pay. I get paid because my opinion is important.
That's right. Yes.
Outlets want to provide that service for free to their customers.
I have to pull out this is our first leg card.
Well, I don't know about you, Kieran. Now I'm kind of fired up. Like I kind of want to stick around, and if you guys want to stick around, we'll stick around and we'll play this to the bitter end.
We're going to work on the double now.
We're going to work on the double, maybe even a win bet, or we'll see. But here, before we do all that stuff, just real quick, Kieran, because this is important. I don't think Churchill limits the CAWs. So Nick was very smart, and thank you for watching this, Nick. Let's see how much CAW floods. And here, 129,000, I'm assuming, came in at the last second to affect the win pool. Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're saying there, Nick? And if so, how did it affect the odds? Obviously, they weren't on the winner. Yeah, Wilkes has terrible stats. We said Paul Victory, not this guy. I'm not sure who this guy is, but I'm assuming it's Ian Wilkes. I love Ian Wilkes. I think he's a phenomenal trainer. He worked with Carl Nafsker for many, many years, but both of those guys were super, super patient. To me, that's the kind of horse who runs a good 6th in this race and then comes back in a 7-furlong race at the end of the meet and wins for fun. So I don't know if that was a fluke result or if that's just a really, really nice horse. We'll have to find out. Dan H was mostly
one to make notes for, to watch next out and see how it goes.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. And we got to watch that 6 because the 6 is going to get hammered again. And if the 6 doesn't know how to change leads, he's beatable. All right, work on Marmalade Sky. Oh, in the pick 3 pools. So Nick is saying that at the last second, the pick 3 pool was 73,000 and they flooded it late to 129. That is interesting.
Wow. All right.
Paul's not alive. Not this guy. Got it. I'm so sorry, guys. Sometimes it's hard to understand what you're talking about because I've already moved on to the next topic and I get back to you. So I appreciate the clarification. Nick Stevens is still alive in the tournament, never getting that 3. Good. Kieran, did you do anything in the tournament there? Are you allowed to play pick 3s in this one?
I'm going to say, like, when I've been playing, my Matt Miller showed up today. I just did a $10 show on the number 6, so I'm good.
So you just preserved bankroll there?
Yep. I was hoping, I got through, and I'm in 5th and 6th on 2 tickets.
Okay. And how many plays do you have to make?
It was 5 bets of $8, I think, or 7.
And how many do you have to? You still have 2 plays on each ticket, or have you met your minimums?
I got one more play I can do, but I'm gonna throw it all away.
And what are you thinking on? Are you thinking on?
I think I'm just gonna do a double. I really like the 7 in the last race, so on one ticket I'm gonna do my 1, 2, 6, 8, 9 double. But I'm gonna see what they pay.
Let's pivot, guys. Let's focus on that. Let's help Kieran out a little bit. I am going to pull up the probables for the double. There's there's 15,000. That's not bad with 17 minutes to post. Okay, what are your numbers, Kieran? I'll read you the $2 probable payouts.
1.
1.7 is 94.
Really? All right. 27,
49,
67,
157,
87,
51,
and 97.
102.
And those are all for $1. So
No, these are two. These are two.
oh, $2. All right.
The favorite is the 47, $30. You don't even have the 4, do you?
No, I do not.
Let's see who the 4 is. Oh, I have the 4. That's Flipper, the one who was taking all the sneaky money in the will pays.
So the
Jose Ortiz is riding. All right, Dan, what's your case on Marmalade Sky? I don't mind the horse. I have a question mark next to her. But, I mean, she won 2 races at Churchill, 5-year-old mare, and then disappears for a trainer who, I don't know. My mother always said, if you can't say something nice, don't say anything at all. So I'm going to keep my mouth shut about that. But coming off a layoff, gets Scafalione. Those guys are good together. You can never discount a guy like this. But I don't know. Let's see. Is the horse taking money? This trainer had a horse who looked very live earlier in the card, and the horse ran horrendous race. 4-1.
So who likes Marmalade?
Dan H. Perfect attendance.
All right, let me see. Marmalade.
Yeah, why don't you look that up? I got to step away for a second.
I'm just going to add him into my bet. Why not?
But look at them and see if you really like them.
I mean, Tyler's riding. I mean, I jumped off because of the trainer. So, I mean.
Well, why don't you like the trainer?
Because when I bet him, he blows up my tickets. And when I don't, he blows up my tickets. So it's one of those things like it's a love-hate, if you know what I mean. I mean, I really liked interesting.
So you're saying if you met him in the Eddie Logan and shook his hand, then you guys would
I'd probably win a lot of money with him.
Yeah, he is a tough trainer to figure out because he's a claiming trainer. He's very cagey. He's constantly playing poker. He's very sneaky, likes to win at prices. Also note that when this horse was dominant at Churchill in the spring, was riding with a 5-pound weight break. So not getting the weight break today.
Interesting, yeah.
And running up in class from 80 to 100. There's a lot of horses in here who fit that weird time condition for horses who have not won since December 25th. That's why you see some stakes horses in here, because they don't have a win. These are sneaky conditions, these conditional allowances.
So
sometimes
I'm gonna throw Dan H's horse in. So I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3, 6, 8, 9.
Can you hold on? Can you hold on? I want to put it on the board here, so we have a record of it. So Kieran, $2 late double or more?
I'm gonna do $10.
$10 double. This is race 7 to race 8, right?
Yep.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 6, 8, 9.
With
7.
10, 20, bucks. 30, 40, 50, 60 bucks. Is that your whole bankroll or do you have more left?
I still have on one ticket, I've got $15 to get out in the last race.
Okay.
And then let's see what I've got on the other ticket.
So the
other ticket, we can mess around. The other ticket I've got $1. The other ticket I've got $43. So let's see what the consensus is. We're going to spend $43 in a double. What are you guys thinking?
You're spending 60. What?
No, I've got two entries.
Oh, so this is on one entry.
Yeah, so the other entry, I've got $43. We'll let our viewers pick my double here.
Is this your good or bad entry?
They're both the same, 5th and 6th.
Okay.
So usually it's the one where we throw darts blindfolded that hit.
Here, Kieran entry 1, $10 double from race 7 to race 8. 1, 2, 3, 6, 8, 9 with 7.
Yep.
Okay. All right. What's your next one?
I don't know. Well, let's see who do people like in the last race.
Yeah, let's do a community play here.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. One ticket's going to be. You guys tell me what to do. We got $43 to spend.
$43. And what do you think the target is to win this?
The target to win this is
like who's in front?
Leaderboard is actually pretty. Leader is 150. They're not hitting anything, and they're very conservative. So
okay,
this is one where I think where Matt Miller would have went. I wish I was still around. I would have crushed these.
Matt Miller's he's gonna bet it all on whatever logical combination he likes the best. Back to Marmalade Sky. Nick has a note from the 212 Turfway race. Blah, blah, blah. Wanted to be close up. Marmalade Sky came from further back. Seems like a good exacta horse to me. Yeah, I do too. I mean, could win,
He's
but
always
I
there.
think there's some good horses in here.
And this horse is always there.
Price on this 9 is tempting. Who's the 9? Is that one of yours, Kieran?
It is. Cooper M. That's our closer. Yeah. That was the one where we thought if the insides horses cook themselves, it sets up for a closer.
That's another David Jacobson horse. For all you young folk out there who don't know the story of David Jacobson and his father, Buddy Jacobson, just Google Buddy Jacobson murder, and you will read one of the most fascinating horse racing stories in your life. Buddy Jacobson was an amazing claiming trainer in New York, and Bobby Frankel actually learned a lot from him, was an assistant trainer him for a long time. Bobby Frankel eventually went off and he became a great claiming trainer, but then he moved his stock into the elite and was one of the best trainers of all time, mostly with high level horses and stakes races. The story of Buddy Jacobson is incredible. I don't know how there's not a movie made of it, but when you guys are bored, please just Google that. You will not be disappointed. Nick is looking at a 954 exacta box. So Kieran has the 9. None of us have the 5. Did you have the 5 at all? I did not.
Nope.
And then Flibber. Yeah, I think Flibber is a good choice. No one's talking about my top horse in here, number 8, Legadama.
I have your 8. IRAD's on it. What price are we looking at? Oh, 7-1. That is actually kind of shocking. I was looking at possibly doing a try with my 9, 8, 1, 2.
The horse must have 3 legs, Kieran, because I thought this horse should have been 2-1 in here.
Just with the IRAD money. I mean, if this was in California and you had JJ or Pratt or one of these other guys hit the first leg, especially late, they'd be betting the crap out of his next horse in the race.
Yeah, I'm astounded. I'm very curious to see if this is a CRW play. Let me see. Is the 8
second off the layoff? I mean, trainer does really well in races like this.
Yeah, Irad sticks around from that Saratoga race in the slop.
And the reason I put it there was he wins for the trainer too. And it was off a long layoff. So raced in a grade 3. This time here last year, this horse raced in a grade 3.
Yeah, lost to Fibber, but ran 3rd. Both those horses have huge shots.
Unless they're saying this is a prep for something else. But I mean, look at these purses here. Oh my God. Like even the low end races are like $100K.
Well, they have a certain thing called slot welfare. It's fake. It's fake. It's not the horse. It's not the racetracks making the money. It's the slots who are giving them the money.
We were going to have that in California.
They can their purses all they want, but they're getting a handout.
We got destroyed by the online gamblers. They killed our ability to have it, unfortunately.
Yeah, I don't think they do anything to regulate the CRWs. We'll see if the CRWs are in this pool. It'll be very interesting.
They actually own their own as well, like the other big tracks. So there's 3 big players in it.
Yeah, I think they own 20%, whereas like Stronach owns like 60% or something. Or Naira. Yeah, I mean it's all a swizz. I don't even want to talk about it because it annoys me. Dan H. 3 to win place. And a 2, 3, 4, 9 with 7 daily double 5 can beat me. Okay.
Who did you have in the last race, Frank?
Well, I'll show you my caveman first, and then I'll tell you what I narrowed it down to. My caveman was 2789, but in the ticket I played, I just went 27. So I'm going to look at doubles. 4, 8 with 2789. 4 with 2 is 92. 7 is only 35. They are whacking that combination. So here it is, Kieran. The 4-7 double in the next leg is $34 favorite. Then there's 1, 2, 3. There's 4 horses at like $90.
Oh, all right.
So the CRWs are crushing this combination.
If we can
and
beat them,
that the other 4 horses there's nothing separating them.
Okay.
So the 2, the 3, the 8, and the 9 are all taking the same amount of action. There's 41,000 in the pool, so it's not insignificant.
No, that's pretty good money for a Thursday.
Yeah, exactly. And it's not even the low takeout $5 one, which, when we did shows, Kieran, I don't know, 200,000, 215.
Oh yeah.
Back in the days they used to have, $100,000 pools, 115. All of a sudden, Kieran starts giving out massive winners, and you see those pools jump up. Thank you, DTL Crew. Thank you.
All right. So this last race,
you have
last race, Frank,
Kieran.
a third of the last race, 25 times, 6 winners were over 10-1. So if IRAD does not win the last race, the stats say crazy horses, crazy prices. And we got the 6 and the 4. Principe and I can't even say their name.
Which one? 6?
I'm looking at the morning line. The 2 prices over.
In the last leg?
Yeah, in the last leg.
6 is scratched.
Oh, well then.
You didn't even have the 6.
No, I'm saying I'm looking at doing a crazy bet based on the stats of the race. Long shots into long shots.
All right, hold on, though. We have to amend your play, Kieran, because you used the 6 in your contest.
I did. Yikes.
So let me hide that. So it's not going to be $60. See, this is why Kieran needs me, because he's a bit of a spaz when it comes to this stuff. Right? I mean, let me confirm.
I will admit, I hate to admit it, I got a penalty on the Breeders' Cup betting challenge because
you didn't make
one of my horses scratched when I was doing a trifecta and did the math incorrectly and was 50 cents light from the minimum. I got penalized $10,000.
Yeah. Can you imagine if you had won?
Oh,
and you got
well, if I won, I don't think that would have mattered.
Oh, that's true. You only get DQ'd from the whole tournament if you mess up twice, I think. All right, Karen. Well, you have another ticket to play, $43. What are you going to do? Or are you going to just hold it?
I don't know. I mean, I would hold it usually, but I don't know how the CAWs destroy the pools here. I mean, we saw it in what they did at Del Mar, the exactas and tries.
Nick is very knowledgeable. He says the CAWs are all over Churchill. If you thought Del Mar was bad, you've seen nothing yet. Thank you for that info, Nick, because that obviously affects the way you're going to play. That's why the pick 3 was such a great idea, because they're not going to, they're probably in it, but not really in it. So we had a chance there. Nick wants to amend his play, a 9-5-3 exacta box, duly noted. Yes, thank you, Paul. 6 is scratched in the last, not this. Oh, I'm sorry. This is going forward. Kieran, I messed up. See, this is why I need Paul victory, because I'm trying to steal money from Kieran here. That's wrong. My apologies, guys. I'm throwing the 6 back in. It's in this race, Kieran. I thought you meant the 6 in the last. That's my fault. So you're back at 60. Paul saves the day. Thank you, my friend. I love it. We got quality control on the DTL crew.
All right, I'm going to do a crazy saber bet here, Frank. We're just going to do a $5 double.
Which entry?
The one I've got $43 on, and then I'll save some money for the last entry.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm going to do 1, 8, 9 with 3, 4. Cost me $20.
1. Yeah, those will pay good because it's not the favorite.
Oh, actually, let me add in the 1. 189 with 134 cost $45. I guess we're gonna make it a $4 double. 36.
So yeah, okay. So 3 times 3 is 9. 9 times 4. This is on your second entry that had 43. Yep. Okay. Now you can play a $4 straight trifecta in the last race.
I got $7 left on one ticket, and let me see what I have on the other one. But I mean, so those of you thinking about doing contests, the way to look at it, especially on the Twin Spires one, like today's tournament was $50. $35 went to the pool, but then they have a year-long or season pool or tournament where it's for the next 6 weeks, whoever makes the most money on these tournaments. So a lot of people will just go all in on a ticket like I did earlier. I went all in show on an 8-to-1 horse, and it gave me $80, and I've been spending that for the rest of the tournament. But it lets you, if you're like trying to experiment with some different kinds of bets, it's a great way to do it. And then you've got an opportunity to win something else.
You bet show on an 8-to-1?
Yep.
Where do you finish?
Second.
That's a bit risky.
It was, but I like the horse. I did show on the winner on one ticket and show on the second place in the second ticket. So if we've been doing the show live, you'd be now talking smack to me going, Kieran, you should have just done all in exacta box and no one could catch you.
I wouldn't recommend the exacta box. I don't play exacta boxes. I play exacta key part wheels. But no, I would have advised you against that strategy entirely, because when you're going for bankroll preservation, you want a horse who is extremely likely to finish top 3. You know, an 8-to-1 mathematically is a terrible show bet if you're just trying to hit.
No, I'm mad because I really thought the horse would finish in the top 3, so I should have done some sort of exacta or trifecta.
Yeah, see, what I would have done in that situation, I'm not saying it's right or wrong, Kieran, because everybody plays differently, and who am I to talk? I mean, you've had so much success.
Well, I've been using the Twin Spire tournaments to modify how I play, to see what works and what doesn't for low level.
But what I would have done in that case is I would have taken one ticket and done what you did, pushed all in on the favorite to show to preserve the bankroll. And then if I really like an 8-to-1 shot who's going to finish second or third, or maybe even win, I'm making a real play in that. I mean, how many 8-to-1s are you going to find all day? Like, that should have been a key horse for you instead of a bankroll preservation horse.
But that ended up being that was the ticket where we can now throw the money away here late. So that was my thought. Get some minimums out of the way, and I can have some fun when we do the live show.
Yeah, I understand. I'm just saying, like, if you could have done, the favorite over your horse, win on your horse at 8-to-1, and then, maybe the first choice, second choice over your horse in an exacta. So I think
next Thursday, Frank has to wake up when the sun's still out and enter this tournament for $50, and we can talk smack.
I'll have you know that I was up and at 'em and ready to go, because for some reason I thought they were starting at 1. They actually started at 2.
Tomorrow. That is tomorrow's.
Yeah, they go back to a regular post time, right? The rest of the time, but every Thursday I believe is twilight. I mean, if you guys like this, I'm happy to do this every Thursday. I think it's a lot of fun. Oh, they're in the gate. Good luck, everyone. They're off, actually.
Well, they let the one get away with how fast he going. Oh, here comes that 3, Marmalade. Oh, wow.
Thanks, looking good.
Yeah, the 3 is looking great. Oh, he went a little wide. Come on, 1. Hold on, baby. Smoke him, 1. Wow.
Beautiful. 1,
Now,
2,
what's
3.
interesting in that race, we were talking about the race flow. The 1 and 2 didn't cook each other, which is what I thought
No,
the
the
risk
two
was.
let the 1 go, and the 2
Yeah.
decided to stop.
And that's why the
wired
one and the 1 wired them. Yeah. Like you
The-
think a
the-
race is going to
those-
flow the way you thought. And,
Those were the only 2 speeds in the race. So
yeah.
that's terrific. Yeah, I had liked the 1 originally when I was doing the double, but I came up ultimately with the same thing you did, Kieran, and thought the 1 and 2 were going to cook each other, and I gave the 2 the advantage because I thought the 2 would be like right, just right outside, and typically in those situations you want the outside horse because they're the ones intimidating the inside horse. Shout out to Dan H. I mean, turning for home. If this was in running, I would have bet all my money on Marmalade Sky.
but the number 1, like today, like one of the things you got to look at in the form, and I found it a great angle. Like sometimes you see a horse is on Lasix and you look at it and you're like, oh, okay, great, it's on Lasix. You got to look and see, how did they do the last time they were on Lasix? Does it even matter when they're on and off? And lots of times you'll see a horse where people are overbetting it because it's on Lasix this time. And it's not matter before, but this horse, anytime it went on Lasix, has won.
That's a great point. We talked about that briefly on the show before, and I've said this on other shows before. In fact, I was talking to Shane O'Neill about it closing weekend at my seminar because there was a situation where a horse was a 2-year-old and then came back as a 3-year-old and was in a stakes race and now is coming into an allowance race and was getting Lasix for the very first time. And we talked about how significant that is. Is that an upgrade? Is it something he pays attention to? And in that case, it was significant. I think it was a D'Amato horse like Shea Brennan or someone who ended up winning that day. But yeah, it is.
I always like to go back. I like to go back and look if they've ever been on it before. How did they do?
Correct.
And then if they won, and then when they were off, they sucked. I mean,
Right.
I've seen it many times where they were off Lasix, went on and really had a crappy race. So I'm like, well, Lasix didn't help.
John,
they're telling the ownership, well, he bled. Well, it didn't matter because he went back on it again and didn't do anything.
Excellent point, because if you look at Jersey Pearl, this horse, July 8th, 2023 was the last time this horse had Lasix, and he crushed. She crushed. And then the race before that, May 27th, 2023, at Churchill, 5-1 at a similar $100,000 level, granted against 3-year-olds. Lasix, she won.
Yeah.
Great angle. What price did you end up getting on that horse? The horse was 8-1 morning line.
5-1, which actually wasn't bad.
5-1 though. They did whack it in a little bit.
But we went 1-2. I mean, they whacked the number 2, went from 5-1 to 7-2.
But they didn't really overbet anyone. Look at the board. No. The favorite was 7-2. They didn't have a strong opinion here. That's wild. My 8 was bet like a donkey and ran like a donkey. The money showed on her.
And no closer. I mean, I'm shocked the 9 was nowhere. I thought there would have been some closer. So how were the times?
No, the only one who came running from slightly off the pace was the 3. And the 1 was just super game, man. That was a
terrific
performance.
Earlier today on the dirt, the closers were closing. So it's not like it was a speed bias, be on the front kind of track.
Yeah, I don't think it was very fast. I mean, it was 22-4. I know they changed the run up at some of the distances, because usually at Churchill, you will regularly see 21-3, 21-4. Like, you will see super fast fractions, but a lot of that has to do with the run up. I don't know if the run up, was changed for that distance or not, but 22-4 run up or not, that's pretty slow for, this is an upper level allowance race. There are stakes quality horses in here. That's kind of a slow opening quarter. I didn't see what the half was, but you let a good horse go that slow on the front end unchallenged.
Well, now I've got some options here. So I got my double.
I'm going to read the will pays for you. I'm going to read the will pays.
I got a $10 double 1 to the 7, but then I've got my Dan H special bet for $4 going as well. So
let's price it out, Kieran. The 1-7 is $59 for $2. So you have that 5 times.
All right. And then I've got $4, the 1 to the 1-3-4.
Okay, 1-1 is 120, so you have that twice.
Yep.
The 3 is 144 twice. You have that twice. Oh, man, you want the 4 in a big way. 562.
Ooh, there we go.
Wow, that'll put you at a dime. Kieran, quality
and
control.
I never would have bet this horse, but that was one of my bets going the stats. Hey, long shots win the last one. Let's go.
As your friend and co-host, I have to ask, did you make all your minimums?
I already made my minimums because when I did my early all-ins, so you were asking me why did you do, like you wouldn't have done that, but when I went all in on that first race and hit it on both tickets on a 8-1 and the other one, I could cruise. I could do my minimums and save money for later, if that makes sense. Like,
why didn't you? Yeah, I just don't understand.
No, I could have played it a lot better, but I played it the way you said before and got blown out. But part of the reason I did it was so I would have some money to screw around with here as we did it live, and our viewers could chime in. And I mean, Dan H almost gave us that 3. We were looking pretty good with that 3.
You could have a try. 1, 2, 3. Boom. Yep. We're all over it. No, Kieran, I'm not saying I'm right or you're wrong or vice versa.
It's all about playing it. And I love these small little tournaments for experimenting on bets, and then maybe I'll win a prize. And then if you've not been into contests, you got to play these low ones. Like these small little ones give you an opportunity to test the waters.
So what are you playing for? I don't remember what you said earlier.
This one is just pool money. So this one's just you win. Let me see. And there's also like first place gets $429. Second place gets $132.
How many people?
And we ended up getting 44 people in it.
And what was the buy-in?
$50 total, $35 to the pool.
And all you got to do is beat 43 other people?
And what the cool thing is, what they do on their site is you get to see what everyone's bets have been. So then you can drill down and go, this is how these guys are doing it. Like you'll look at mine and go, oh, Kieran's in first place or third. What did he do? Oh, he did a show bet. I would never do show bets. And I'm going to give Matt Miller props. He's the master of turning mandatory bets into extra money to hammer the horse you really like. And I used to not do that. Like if I had a mandatory, like in the Breeders' Cup where you have to bet $400, I would do like $400 win place or $200 win place on my long shot when I should have been doing a $400 show on the 2-to-1 horse.
On the 2-to-5 Baffert.
And then get $500 and I've got a mandatory out of the way and I got $500 more to bet on my horse that I like later in the card.
Yeah, that's a very sound strategy. But I'll tell you right now, though, there's nothing worse, because this has happened to me, than playing your $400 mandatory on a freaking 2-to-5 shot who can't lose on paper, finishing 4th. It's the worst feeling in the world.
So right now, I'm in 4th place and 6th. I got $75 on one. Oh, interesting.
Nick Seaver says 220 is reachable. Is that what the leader has?
Leader's got 220, 219. Yeah.
I love it. Nick's following along. Thank you. Let's help Nick out a little bit. So Nick is at $30 and he needs $150. What's the play? Well, Nick, I think you're going to need more than $150 because I'm assuming the person in front is also going to be playing.
Sometimes they don't. And the beauty of the leaderboard, like when you look at this, like if you're looking at me and I'm in a contest or Matt Miller's in a contest.
Well, can you tell us if they made their minimums?
We're going to blow it all. You know what I mean? Like we're going to go for the moon sometimes, but then sometimes we might not.
No, Nick, I know it's a different contest, but I'm assuming it's a similar format. Top 5 get a seat. Okay. But you have to assume that everybody in front of you is going to be doing something too. So
like the guy in first place on my tournament was doing the shows. He went show on 3 horses.
Typically, the rule of thumb in these live bankroll contests is you want your ending bankroll to be 10 times your starting bankroll. So you need to be at least 350 to be in contention. So that's what I would shoot for. I wouldn't shoot for 150. I'd shoot for 350. But if you think the guys in front of you have already played their minimums and, the guys in 3rd and 4th and 5th are going to hold steady, then you do what you think's best. But I would target a little more than 150. But let's work it out. His $30, Kieran. What does he do to get to his number?
You gotta. I mean, after we heard that the CAWs crushed this, usually my saver bet is tries in tournaments, especially if I've got a sure thing.
But well, this isn't a saver situation. He's playing a win.
I mean, if you've got $30, maybe you're doing a 30. I mean, if you really like a horse for first, and you like 2 horses for second and third, you're doing what, a $10 try. Key the first with the second and third. You know what I mean?
Right. Or it depends. Well, Nick, let us know the horses you like, and then we can figure out a strategy for you. Okay, they may do something, not a lot of movement. These tournaments. Okay, so it's in the ones these probably these low level ones, doubling your money normally does it. That's great. So he has $30, 150 is his target. Tell us the horses you like, all of them, even but put them in the order of your preference. And then we'll try to figure something out as a group. Let's group think it. We've done well group thinking it before. So Kieran, he's got $30. He wants to end up at 150.
Does he have Does he have a horse he really likes in this race?
He hasn't even looked. Was coming here for the horses. Okay, so he wants us. All right, who is your top pick in this race, Kieran?
This was the single on everything I did. I thought Showtime 3-1 IRAD. I thought it would go off, and it's going off at the price I thought it was. The horse is 3 of 4 here, ran second at Saratoga. They're raised in class slightly here and in for the claim, and they call IRAD. You know what I mean? Like, as we talk about, this is the money run. You know what I mean? Like, they're like, hey, we're going to let this horse get claimed. I mean, it was in for 20 claimer at Saratoga. We're in for 25 here. It's I think it's a Kentucky bred.
25,000, yeah.
And how much extra juice do they get here? So the purse is $64K with another $8,400 for being a Kentucky bred. So they're like, hey, claim us.
Kieran,
we're gonna get paid.
Kieran.
Yes.
So here's what I'm thinking. 7, a trifecta, keying the 7 on top with my spready was 1, 2, 8, 9 with 1, 2, 8, 9. Any other horses you would use? You just talked about 7.
I added what did I have? Number 3 on one of my tickets.
1, 3, 4 you added.
Yeah.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2.
And the reason I did that was my stats for this race, I think, is, and there's only one horse over 10-1, and that's the 4. And
all right,
6 of 25 times the winner of this race was over 10-1, and we only got one horse over 10-1. And it's not a horse I would ever pick unless I was doing, like, it's bottom of everything. This is like a Thursday, Friday horse at Del Mar.
Well, here, that's $30. 7 with 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 9 with 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 9. Now we can price it out. Let's see if the trifecta. Let's see if it's even. Oh, they don't do exacta tries for Churchill.
Oh, they don't.
No way.
Interesting.
That is so weird. Yeah, they don't want us to know. That's because the CRWs are owning that pool. They don't want us to know who the CRWs are betting.
Wow.
That's crazy. I wanted to price it out and see what the lowest pay would have been. But I can't. So I won't. But let's look at the exactas, Kieran, and then we can kind of extrapolate from there. Do you have the probables up?
I do not. I'm trying to get my...
All right.
Oh, what the heck?
Okay, 7 with 1 is 31. That's for $1. 7 with 2 is $15. 7 with 3 is $12. 7 with 4 is $105. 7 with 8 is 36, and 7 with 9 is 13. I mean, 1, 2, 4 of those combos aren't going to get you there.
Unless everyone blows their money, you know what I mean, in the first leg. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, oof, you're in a tough spot. If you had to pick just one other horse, Kieran, over this to compete with the 7, who would it be? Doesn't matter what price, just who would it be? Second choice.
We got number 3, American Experiment. Jose Ortiz is on for Asmussen. And when he's on for this trainer, 41%. So he got the call. I think it's a slight drop in class, top last race speed.
Okay, that's the 7-3 exact is coming back $12. He could bet 10 would be 120. So he could do a $15 exacta there. And that would get him to his 150, assuming it doesn't come in. And then give me another horse.
Number 1, Midnight Pranks.
That's your the third choice in the race?
Yeah, the trainer second off the claim does pretty well.
Okay, so that's $31. He can spend, I mean, to be safe, let's say he spends 8 there. So 15 is 23. Still got $7 to spend.
Who does he like for a win?
He doesn't. He came here to find our opinion.
Well, now we've got another horse that's over 10-1, which I don't think I have. The number 5 went from 5-1 to 16-1. So I would do a $7 win on the number 5. Because my double going in was
5. You didn't use the 5, did you?
I didn't, because it wasn't the 5 on the before we got in here was 5-1, and now it's gone up to 16-1. I'm going off the race stats of a quarter of the winners are over 10-1. So that's why I did that crazy double I did. But the 5 here, we got our guy, Cedillo. I actually looked at that earlier. And
whose guy? It's not my guy.
Look, and look who's trading it. Diodoro.
Yeah, another clown.
Dropping off the claim, 26%. Claiming 24%. He's winning 21% here. And the one thing I like to look at a lot is this horse is essentially claimed every single race it runs. So look, 1, 2, 3, 4. The last 5 races, the horse has been claimed 5 times. So, you know, these trainers see a paycheck horse, and sometimes the paycheck horse wins. And I don't have it.
Here's the thing, Kieran. This is Diodoro's move. Claim for 50, run for 25. And he's only 27%. The dude should be 80%. I could claim a horse for 50 and run for 25. So Nick is thinking a 7 with 1-3 exacta. I would. That's probably the play. The concern is that the CRWs whack that late, but I think that's probably smart to just keep it simple, and that should get you to your number. Tony V has good info. 10 is the favorite in the pick 4 and the pick 5. Did we even talk about the 10?
Really?
I don't have the 10 for a penny. This is another Diodoro horse.
Oh, that's the other one.
Up in class.
And this is his other guy. Oh, interesting.
And here's Nick. Absolutely play the 5 at that price. Yeah. I mean, you could either try and do a win bet and hope they don't smash it.
That's what I'm doing. I'm doing a win bet on my low-end ticket, so I still have $2 left. So if everyone wipes out their money, maybe I'll win.
Well, yeah, it's possible. Leah, thank you for joining us. Now, we all got whacked in the first leg.
Yeah.
Kieran came back and played a late double, so he's alive for some decent pays in the late double. And then we're trying to help Nick win his tournament, so we're kind of group thinking for him to get to $150. Kieran is also alive in the tournament. He has some plays. I'm going to put those plays up so we know what to root for. Here you go, Leah. On one entry, Kieran is doing a $10 double. The 1 won the first leg, so he is alive to the 1-7 for or 5 times, and he's also alive to the 1, 3, 4 in this leg twice. So we're rooting for him. Our man Nick is thinking about doing 7 with 1, 3. To Dan's point, and what you said, Kieran, too, the 1 is undervalued here. Toss that last turf race. You said Lonnie Wiggins, good old school trainer, much better second off the claim, right? He claimed the horse for 32. He tried to run the horse at 50, but the horse was overmatched. He tried turf. Okay, didn't work out. Now I'm going to run the horse where the horse belongs, right? So that's good old school, smart claiming trainer strategy.
And I think what you're going to start seeing, and we kind of saw it last year, and I know Phil did it, you're going to see a lot more of the California trainers send their horses out here, especially if they're Kentucky.
I don't want them to do that.
Well, especially if they're Kentucky bred, just to get the money and then come back
They
again.
They can have their little string there, but they have to stay in California.
But
we don't want to support slot money.
Oh, these purses are unbelievable. I think the equivalent race, I think there was a race today, it was $140K, and the equivalent was $80K here in California. Crazy.
Well, slot money. What are you going to do? But you can't get a fish taco at the Waffle House, so you're in trouble.
I can't find a charger anywhere.
But I am here to support the gambling part of it, the player part of it. The 15.
Low
I'm
takeout.
not an owner. I'm not an
Yeah.
owner, so I don't play that game. But I do play the low takeout wagers, and that's why we're here to support that.
All of these tracks are watching the handle that's happening on tracks that do low takeout. And when they start seeing these pools go up on these low takeouts, the other tracks are going to add to them. So that's why we got to support them. I mean, give us a fighting chance.
So the $3 late pick 3 pool was $129.
We got to see what the will pays are. I'm actually curious. We've not looked at will pays yet, have we?
Yeah, I gave them to you already.
For the pick 3?
Well, we're not alive in the pick 3.
I know, but I'm just curious to see what they're paying, you know?
$6,000 to the 7.
These are actually pretty damn good pick 3s. Even with that bomber.
Is the second choice. $7,000. Wow. Nobody here even talked about the 10. The 10 is so sneaky. Wow. In the pick 4, the 10 is the favorite, Kieran.
Really?
The 10 is the favorite. 4,300. The 7 is 4,800. That is sneaky CRW money. Oh, man. I just bet. I bet the 10 to win at 6-1 just based on that. That's crazy.
All right, I'm gonna have to do. Let me see. I'm gonna do what's the 7-10 exacta box paying there, Frank?
Let's say exacta 7-10 is 32. That's pretty good based on the sneaky money the horse has been getting.
All right, I'm gonna do an exacta box 7-10.
Follow the money, man. You have to when the CRW is involved. So, Kieran, the pick 3 pool was 129. We'll have to go back and see what their normal pick 3 pools are. When they're not doing this low takeout wager. Be very curious to see. But I guarantee you this: by the end of the meet, they're going to be massive because the DTL crew is here to invade and conquer.
And like when I talked to you earlier, Frank, I was like, I've been doing some of these bets, and until I started playing the contest, the only time I ever played Churchill was into the Kentucky Derby, so I could get a feel for the track, beforehand. I probably played it more than I ever had because of the tournaments, which is why it's great, because then you start seeing. And I mean, we both came in with no biases. We're like playing the form.
Yeah,
we're kind of missing, but we're playing the form and the stats. So
it's all about game selection. You have to play where you feel like you're getting good expected value. You're getting juice in the prize money in the tournament, so that's a good place to play. And you're getting a low 15% takeout in this $3 late pick 3. Which is also a good place to play. So, yes, players absolutely play Churchill Downs in those pools. But horse owners, yes, stay at Santa Anita. I am with you, Leah. Stay at Santa Anita. Don't take that slot blood money. All right, here's Nick. $6 exacta 7-1, $15 exacta 7-1. That's the same thing, but maybe you meant to flip it. 135. Okay, good luck. Good luck, Nick. Kind of worried about the 2 sneaking in. Late arrival tonight, guys, but thanks for keeping the fun going. Thank you, Froggy. Better late than never, my man. What is the 2? So people are talking about the 2 here. Leah says the 2 has a pace advantage. And also a class advantage, dropping down from non-winners of 1 into this $25,000 claimer, not getting bet on the board, 8-1.
Yeah.
Was that one of the ones you used, Kieran? Let's see. No, I don't think so.
I did not.
You're alive to the 1-3-4-7. Let me look on optics too. Yeah, I mean, the 2 looks very good on optics here. Big square, quadrant 1. Not expecting a fast pace. It should be the 2, 7, 8, 9, all kind of in that first flight, stalking each other. But if the 2 wants to scoot away, the 2 can.
That last race didn't play out like we thought, and the 1 snuck away with it with no one challenging.
Right, the same thing could happen to the 2 here, is what Lee is saying. Pace advantage. I did have the 2 in my now defunct late pick 3, so I like the 2 a little bit. But I was spready. But my main picks were in the nightcap were the 2 and the 7. Those were my top picks coming into this race.
For a Thursday, they're getting some pretty I mean, not bad. Last race, 105K in the win pool. Not bad.
All right, they're off. Good luck, everybody. Woo!
Ira just stalking right there. Although, I'll take the 3. What about you, Frank? 7.
Sorry.
Oh, come on with this 3. Come on, 3. Hold on. Come on, 3. Irad beat us on the 3. Oh, yeah. We'll take it, though.
Chalk. But I think that was one of the ones Nick was using, I think.
Yes. Well, that ended up turning out. I mean, if we'd gotten out of that first leg, Frank, that would have been a nice pay.
Yeah, we were all over that, man. Let's see. I just want to see what oh, look at this. Thank you, Leah. Frank is brilliant. Did Terry tell you to say that? There it is for Nick Stevens, 7-3, my man.
I thought 3 was going to hold on there.
You're on that. That's what. Oh no, you have a $10. You have the double 5 times. That might get you something, right?
Oh yeah. Well, actually, they're saying my real pays are showing.
Sorry,
my real pays are showing $29.76 for $1, so $290. So covered all my bets, out with a profit. There we go.
Well, that might be. What are you playing for prize wise? What do they pay out to?
Oh, the other thing, I'm worried about our live money thing. So at least we made the other thing. No idea. I think first place is $400, but.
So Zach the Probable 7-3, Nick, $17.94, and you have that 15 times.
There you go,
dude. That's going to get you a good number. And you said the top 5 seats. Please, I'm going to stick around. We're going to stick around because we want to see these results and see what Kieran ended up in the tournament. See, isn't that great, guys? We all got whacked,
and then we came back and we hit the double.
We come back, and Kieran's playing in the tournament. Nick's playing in the tournament. Groupthink. Good job, Nick. Yes. Kieran, do you want to tell Dan what tournament this is?
Oh, it's the Twin Spires one. And then I ended up not playing their big one. I just played their $50 tournament, $35 to the pool, and then you get the prize money. I mean, if you want to get into contests right now, it's a great way to play. And you can do like silly stuff and play around with strategies, which is what I've been doing for the last few months.
It was $50 to enter, right? I mean, so it's great value. So Nick, which tournament, which site are you playing on? Because he said this is going to pay for his entry, so he can come back and play tomorrow, and then likely got a seat. Are you also playing on Twin Spires? Let us know. Leah, I'd love to have this positive energy back, Leah. You and Terry are the best. Thank you so much. John Bell, new voice here. Sweet. Thanks for watching, John, and for commenting. Next time, let us know who you're
we
playing.
we got to support these tracks doing these bets. I mean, all these tracks are looking at what the other tracks do. Like they need a first mover. Santa Anita was the first mover. Yep. Then Del Mar came. Now Churchill's dipping their toes in with the pick 3. I hope they do the double because that's the one we really love. And you know, some of these other tracks are going to go, hey, the Californias are going to come.
Hide all the Tesla Chargers. Here, the Cybertruck fleet is on its way.
I will say,
oh my God, two fish out of water here.
One of my favorite places when we went to the Breeders' Cup when it was at Keeneland.
Yeah.
Other than Ireland and living in San Diego, how do I move? But I would say I would go to Vegas because I'm a degenerate, because I'm always going to go to a place where you can gamble. But anywhere else, Kentucky is literally the one place I would go to. Fell in love with that place when we went there. Beautiful.
Where though? Where were you?
Lexington.
Kentucky's a very big. Yeah, Lexington is amazing. Yeah, but Lexington is not Kentucky.
No, but we were around Lexington. I mean, even outside of Louisville, when you go to across the river.
So, Kieran, I'm looking back, I think this is opening day last year. Their pick 3 pool was 103,000, and today 129.
There you go.
So
30%
move the needle a little bit, guys. We moved the needle a little bit.
Well, even at Del Mar, so Del Mar's double handle when they did it this year was up like 20% over the last 3 years. When we did shows, they were up 30 to almost 40% on days we did shows.
And the days
just got to talk it up.
The days we did it. Froggy, awesome. Congrats, Nick. Nick, let us know when it's final. You too, Kieran. Bam, bam. That's it, Lee. I love it. John Bell, thank you. You know what? This means a lot to Kieran and I. We put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears in this over the summer with not a lot of support.
Zero.
We had Kieran's family with Shannon and Kira helping us out early on. Terry's been around helping us. Our friends supporting us. You guys, the DTL crew, cannot thank you enough. Love this content. Never would have played tonight. Learning something each day. You should put that in the customer service box at Churchill Downs. Yep. Never would have played this bet tonight. Never would have. That's what I mean, guys. Let's move the needle, because the more these bets are successful, the more options we will have as horse players. If Mountaineer or Charlestown, or I don't even know how to pronounce, Asanobia, whatever.
I see that all the time, and I just go the A track. I'll play that if they do a low takeout.
If they do a low takeout wager, we will be there. We will support it. You know what I mean? Like Fauner. I'll play Fauner Park. They're going to give us some. They're going to give us a positive expected value where our dollar is actually worth something.
I love Turfway. That is a long shot gambler's place. When they are the craziest long shot. You hate it. I've hit some.
No, I don't hate it. It's just impossible.
Well, when you hit, you're great. When you don't, you're like, all right, well, it's Turfway. That's why I didn't hit.
How often do you hit? You see a 60-1 and you're like, I could never make a case for this horse.
But more times than not, I do.
Well, if they implement a low takeout wager, I'll start playing it. All right, here are the payouts, Kieran. The $2 double paid $59.52. So you have that in extra time. So you're looking at like 108, right? Does that do anything for you?
No, I have it 5 times. Didn't I do a $10 double?
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. That's correct. I'm sorry. My bad. So 60 times 5, you're looking at 300. That must help you a little bit.
I mean, I spent what, $100, so I tripled my money. You can't beat that. And we're out in the first leg, and we recovered.
Where did that put you? No, but where did that put you in the tournament? Is it
we've not gone yet? We've not gone updated yet.
Okay, so hold on, stand by on that. Here on the $3 pick 3.
Oh, 60, I won the tournament.
Yeah. Are you kidding me?
I came 1st and 7th. So yeah.
What was your final score?
$298.
Oh my God! And what was second?
So my $298 won me. I don't know how many entries.
What was second place?
Second place was 209 because they didn't do anything.
Oh my God.
They sat on their money. But that's the beauty. I will say, Tyler's the man. We've been talking about Tyler about doing this, and this has been my example to him. Like, we want to see what other people are doing. Tell us what we can do. And Twin Spires lets us see what everyone else does. Even if you don't play these small tournaments, even if you have small money, because it will help you expand how you gamble, because you can see what these leaders are doing. And then you're going to look at it and go, you know what? I thought about doing that bet, but I was scared to. But when I see other people doing it, maybe I got to try that. And it's a great way to, when you win, you make some money. But I use the tournament, these small money tournaments, to try some new things.
Yeah.
And
brilliant.
If I hit, I really hit. And if I don't, I know, hey, I'm not going to do that with my live money.
Right,
I'm doing it for small money in a contest. If I win doing this, then I go, okay, maybe I'm going to apply it to my actual real money gambling.
Right. When you're in $7,500 bankroll at the Breeders' Cup, you have a couple of different strategies that you've tested all year long. You guys, I'm not getting paid to do this, but read this book as well. Some really good things. Even if you disagree with some of the things Matt says, it will at least get you thinking, right, Kieran?
Because he got me to think. I mean, we've talked for forever. And I mean, I remember a couple of years ago before I met Matt, I was like, oh my God, these guys keep winning by going all in on the favorite for $200,000. I mean, I couldn't do that. But then I started doing it in some of these tournaments. I'm like, you know what? This makes sense, because when I hit on some of these favorites, I got a hell of a lot more money to bet on my long shots.
Yeah. If you have Matt is so good about picking 2 races in a row where the chalk can't lose. So even if the double's paying $8, you have it 5,000 times.
Yep.
You whacked out pretty good. You're sitting at $45,000 before anybody knows it. You know what I mean? Like, you get a Baffert short pile, or Brad Cox Baffert, on some of these big days. You know what, Dan? You're right. We never have negative energy. Never, ever. I guess I was just saying we're all bummed about not hitting the pick 3, but you're right. We don't have negative energy. No Debbie Downers here.
Well, we got our double. We are double trouble. The triple didn't show up, but we got the double at least.
Yeah, well, we might have to have a third guest just for the triple. We'll think about it. Nick Sievers, 2 different tourneys on Twin Spires, 1 cash, 1 for a seat.
Oh, okay, yeah. So I did not play the seat one, which I should have, but I wanted to see how this track was. So if you won the seat one, absolutely great.
Yeah, so is that for a bigger tournament on Saturday?
Yes.
For bigger prize money?
Correct. Yeah, that's like a feeder. This one was just like a one-day type of thing.
Yeah, just cash prize. That's fine. Yeah. I mean, you pick up $400. You only had to beat 43 people. It's pretty good. Yes, Leah, the late $3 pick 3 is fantastic. Thank you for supporting us and that. Terry, thank you, Leah and Mr. Guitar. Woohoo! Terry, great to see you. Please, everyone, reach out, like, and subscribe on YouTube. Yeah, before I sign off, I'm going to just put this up real quick. This is how you get in touch with my man, California Pick 4 at Gmail. Also, Scatoni Racing at Gmail. Reach out for anything, any questions, whatever you guys.
Next show. What day do you think, Frank? When do we do our next one?
I don't know. I'm kind of well, definitely not tomorrow. I want to let this marinate for a little bit, but maybe Saturday or Sunday. What do you guys think? Let us know. We are more than open to suggestions on how to do this. This is so much fun for us. We really enjoy it.
And I've already handicapped tomorrow, so I'll throw my pick 3 out tomorrow on Twitter.
We might be working tomorrow. Dan H. The late pick 4 at Asanobia. I don't even know how to say it. Is 50% in $1.
Oh wow. What time is those races on? We don't have to be up at like 10 o'clock handicapping, do we?
We might ask. I don't even know where it is. I think it's in Canada somewhere. Here we go. Yeah, Turfway shout out. Fonner for the win. Oh, these are our true degenerate friends. I love.
Oh yeah, they play all these. They're Hong Kong. They probably have some Hong Kong bettors on here. Is Andrew here?
No, I didn't see Andrew today because Shatin just started their meet. But yeah, well, you know what? We'll take a look. Maybe. Why not? Nick Sievers ended up 3rd. Good for you, man. Got a seat for Saturday. Turfway is beatable for sure. Okay, well, if they have any low takeout wagers, let us know. Just going through. Congrats, Kieran. Nick Sievers, 429. Great job for everyone. Tourney experts in the show. Here on the Conqueror. I love it.
Well, I should have played the one for the seat, but I didn't think I would have done as well as I did. And then I wanted to do it so we could do it on the show, if you know what I mean. So
no, the Kieran is great. Nick's saying there's a $70 Churchill cash tournament tomorrow and a $100 cash one. So it looks like they offer different levels for different people.
No, they do all sorts of. I mean, if you want to get in these low level ones, if you're scared of these live money,
yeah, well, they're expensive.
A great way to get in. And I used to do, like, if I have long shots when I send my sheet out, I would have 3 or 4 long shots in the day. And I was like, you know what? Instead of just playing them like win bets, let me play one of these tournaments on Express Bet or Twin Spires.
Right.
And if they win, I win an entry. Like, I won 2 entries to the Santa Anita opening day. I mean, I didn't win in the actual contest, but I won fingers into it, you know? So
yeah, you got a seat. That's all that matters. What is that? Is that 1,500 or 4,500? It's a good one.
It was the one that was like a $40 contest to win a $400 entry.
Right.
Okay. Win a $1,500. I mean,
can't beat it.
Winning qualifiers to get in is the greatest way. And then if you're on a hot streak and you're winning these qualifiers, it's more confidence when you actually get to the real one versus buying in. Like,
yeah, I don't know. Kieran, it's a great point. I don't know if you guys remember, but you guys remember poker player Chris Moneymaker? He basically helped put the World Series of Poker on the map because he played in a $10 qualifier to win a seat in a $100 qualifier, to win in a $1,000 qualifier to get him his 10,000 spot. So that was an amazing story. And things like this happen in horse racing all the time now because there are options to play. So let me just roll through the comments so we can sign off. Small $50 buy-in turned $35 into $298 and won $429. Nick, you crushed it. Very similar day to Kieran. I love it. Killed it, Nick. Dan H, maybe I'll play tomorrow. Leah, need to think more like that. Always about the pick 5. Yeah. Yeah.
I will say the pick 5, the low takeout pick 5. I mean, I used to be all about the pick 4, which is why California pick 4. But then the CAWs came in a few years ago and destroyed it. Like when I would think I'm getting paid $1,000, I'm getting 300. Pick 5 still pretty good if you hit a couple of long shots deep in the card that aren't favorites. But I got to tell you, the pick 3s and doubles are just destroying the pays for the money you throw out. And I bet more this summer on doubles than I have in a long time. Even just being our conservative, Frank, the $100 and the pays have been our ROI is through the roof on those doubles, which is what it's about.
Paul wants us to do it every day. I don't know about that unless somebody wants to pay us. That would be nice. Saturday sounds great. Okay,
we can drink Blanton's
we'll look at the card. We need Shatin. Yeah, I would love to incorporate Hong Kong racing because Terry and I are up all night watching Hong Kong racing while everybody's asleep. Dan H, this is an interesting thing, Karen, because we talked about he likes the preview show as well. So on Fridays we would do that preview show. We'll think about it.
We thought I would say what we would do versus the preview is give our picks out so you guys know ahead of time and then discuss it later. Maybe, but we're always playing around with things. That Friday 2-show thing got.
But it's hard. It's hard because you give out the picks and you see how we pivoted. We changed. Kieran.
A lot of it is just changing. I mean, we got knocked out of the pick 3 today, and then we hit the double. Yeah.
And Kieran ends up winning the tournament, and Nick misses as well, and then he's still has bankroll in the last, and we come up with an exacta, and boom! All of a sudden, Kieran wins. Nick finishes third. They get it's just crazy. One last thing. Thank you, Frank, for honoring our heroes of 9/11 and so many people still hurting to remember. Of course, Terry, we will never forget. As a fellow native New Yorker, this is a day of remembrance, everybody. I'm glad we could have some fun and enjoy ourselves here. I'm going to leave it with this, and then I'm going to let Kieran take us away because he won. Love this content. Never would have played tonight. Learning something each day. Thank you. I'm Frank Scattoni. Triple double trouble.
I'm Kieran Thornton, and we're not going home in trouble today. We actually went home with some money in the pocket.
No. Apparently, if you don't hit the late double, it doesn't matter because, like Nick, you still have that exacta to save the day.
Yes, indeed. Watch our Twitter feeds. Frank will let you know when we're going to do the next show.
Yeah, we'll consider it. We really appreciate the support, and we love doing it for you guys. And we can't stress enough how important it is to make sure these pools grow so that more tracks incorporate it. I'm going to download the PPs for Asinobia.
I don't think I've ever looked at. That's not the Trotters, is it?
No. They're thoroughbreds. Yeah. You know what, Karen? Let's look at that for tomorrow. We might do a pop up late pick 4. Why the heck not? We'll see. All right. I'm Frank Scatoni.
I'm Kieran Thornton.
Good night,
Catch you guys
everyone.
later.